My son destroyed an entire baby shower after saying just 5 words. My son has autism, and with that comes a level of honesty that most adults couldn't handle. Last month at the grocery store, he pointed at the cashier and said, "Dad, why does that lady have a mustache? Is it on purpose? Because I thought only boys grew those." The poor woman's face crumbled. I apologized for 5 minutes straight while my son stood there genuinely confused about why she was upset. To him, he was just asking a question. So when I accepted my ex-wife's invite to her baby shower with her new husband, I knew I was playing a dangerous game, not knowing how my son was going to act at the function. But I thought it was worth it, because even though she was a selfish hoe, I still wanted my son to have some sort of relationship with her. So I told him about the invite, and he started clapping his hands together in excitement. I said we could only go if he promises not to say anything controversial. He nodded slowly, processing what I was saying. But what if someone is being mean? Then you come tell me first, okay? Let Dad handle it. He considered this, then stuck out his pinky. Okay, Dad, I pinky promise I'll do that. I wrapped my pinky around his. That was good enough for me. The shower was at my ex-wife's new house. Me and my son walked in with a Tiffany lamp for her, and for the first hour, things went fine. My son stayed close to me, playing Subway Surfers on my phone while women I didn't know cooed over onesies and diaper cakes. But everything changed when Kevin, my ex-wife's new husband, found me by the snack table. He had a smug look on his face, and I could instantly tell that he thought he was the Shati. "Hey man, thanks for coming," he said, clapping my shoulder a little too hard. "Means a lot that you could take time away from your little job." He glanced at my secondhand shoes and laughed. "If you're even employed anymore." I took a deep breath and reminded myself to keep the peace, that today wasn't about me, it was about my son seeing his mom. And when Kevin realized I wasn't going to say anything, he walked away. I breathed a sigh of relief, thinking everything was fine, until the toast. Kevin stood up in front of everyone, champagne glass raised, and announced, "I'm so lucky to be here with my wife, my soulmate. This baby is the beginning of our perfect little family." The room started clapping softly, but Kevin wasn't done. He glanced over at me with that smug grin. "And hey, I even want to thank my wife's ex for being here today. Takes a real man to show up and support the family that upgraded without him." A few people laughed nervously. Someone whispered, "Oh my gosh." Kevin raised his glass higher. "To new beginnings and better chapters." I glanced at my son and saw his hands starting to flap, his breathing getting quicker. That was his warning sign, like something was going to happen. I put my hand on his shoulder, whispering that it was okay, that we'd leave soon, anything to calm him down, but he was already standing up. He started to face Kevin with that expression he only did when he was about to say something completely out of pocket. I tried to turn him away from Kevin, but that's when Kevin walked directly over to us. People had started talking, so no one could hear our conversation. He locked eyes with my son and said, "Maybe if your dad tried harder, your mom wouldn't have needed to find a real man like me." I didn't know what to say, but my son didn't have that problem. Without missing a beat, he blurted out, "You're not the baby's dad!" His voice cut through the room like a knife through wrapping paper. Everything stopped. Every conversation, every breath. Kevin laughed nervously. "What are you talking about, buddy?" My son didn't flinch. "I heard mommy on the phone last week. She told auntie that the baby belongs to a guy from the club, and she said she hopes the baby has her hair color so nobody finds out that it's not yours." The room turned to my ex-wife. My ex-wife turned white. What happened next was chaos. Kevin started screaming. I grabbed the Tiffany lamp, took my son's hand, and walked out the front door. I never made him pinky promise again.